So I've really been on the struggle bus here probably for the last month or so. I got the horrible vid, or the Rona as they call it. And it kind of really just set me back a lot. I had been sharing with people that I've been doing the 75 hard challenge, and right in the middle of the 75 hard challenge, I got COVID. It didn't mess me up that much, just made me feel like I had a normal flu and things like that. But I had 7 days left on the 75 hard challenge, and I decided that I was going to finish it. And it was tough doing it, feeling like crap with COVID. But after I finished the 75 hard challenge and after I recovered from COVID, I found myself sinking into some really bad habits and getting back to some old ways that really were destructive with me, with my own health, my own wellness, not moving, putting shit in my brain that isn't serving me any purpose, and really just getting in a bad spot. So it got me thinking, the importance of your own health, your own wellness, and being selfish with your health as a practitioner is going to be important, because if you get into these bad patterns like I did, these destructive patterns, it can really mess you up. And sooner or later, your health and wellness is going to be your number one priority. And it's a lot easier to make it a priority now so you can show up better, help more people, and really make a change in the world by helping people get access to quality soft tissue treatment. But if you don't take care of your health first, you're not going to be able to help anybody. So I hope you enjoy the show. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soft Tissue Revolution podcast, where we show massage therapists how to make well over $100,000 per year, all while working less than 20 hours per week by learning to work smarter, not harder. Dr. Matt Maggio here. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to the podcast. It's always something that just means the world to me that I get downloads from all over and people listen and want to hear what I have to say. And I know your time is your most unrenewable, I think I said that word right, unrenewable resource, and giving that to me means the world to me. So I want to try to keep these on point and focus so you can get back to crushing life, helping people, and keeping people the hell away from pain pills, injections, and surgeries. So your health, your wellness, taking care of yourself, making it your number one priority. This is what I see lacking so much, especially in the manual therapy world. We tend to beat the hell out of our bodies, don't take care of ourselves, put our health on the back burner. And it's ironic because we're helping so many other people with their health and their wellness. And we tell them they need to get treatment. We don't get treatment ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves. We run it at the red line all the time, and it can really fuck you up. So I've been out of it for going like a month now. I ended up getting the vid, or the corona, and it kind of threw me for a loop. I got it about going on 3 weeks ago. My wife had it first, and then she gave it to me. I was sick for about 2 days. It didn't feel great. Really kind of felt like shit for about 2 days. I had a high fever. I was just really, really run down, body aches and all that kind of stuff. It kind of felt like a flu. Nothing too crazy, but I had a lot of trouble sleeping for the first couple days, and that really threw me off. And then I was just tired. And all that's really happened for me over these last couple weeks is I feel better, but I'm just fucking tired. And that's what a lot of people say, kind of wears you down. I'm tired, I'm unmotivated, and I'm having trouble just getting back into my routine and my structure. So I'd been talking about this before, but I just finished doing the 75 hard challenge. And anyone that doesn't know what the 75 hard challenge is, it was created by Andy Frisella. It's something that will just take you to a whole different level of mental toughness, focus, get your life in order, get things in order, and just crush it and dominate. So I was doing the 75 hard challenge. And those of you that aren't familiar with the 75 hard challenge, basically what you have to do for 75 days straight. Sorry, I'm still short of breath. So that's one big thing that hit me too in the COVID, is just getting my breath in my lungs back. So you might hear me breathing a little bit more than normal. I promise I'm not a mouth breather. So with the 75 hard challenge, basically what you have to do is 2 45-minute workouts per day. One of those workouts does have to be outside regardless of the elements, and the workouts have to be separated. You need to read 10 pages of a physical book per day, drink 1 gallon of water, take a progress picture each day, and then you have to pick a diet and stick to it. No alcohol and no cheat meals. I finished 75 hard. Here's the hardest part though. I was on day fucking 68 of 75 hard. I was to the finish line and I got COVID and it fucking sucked. But you know what? I came that far and I made sure that I still did my workouts. My workouts weren't great. Getting up and getting off the couch and going outside when I felt like shit sucked, but I did it. And all I did was walks, but I finished 75 hard and I felt this amazing sense of accomplishment. I'm one of those people that really has to hold myself accountable to make sure I do the right things in my health and my wellness, my mental toughness and all that stuff. And 75 hard was the best thing ever for that. It was very difficult, but I built a lot of good habits and I made it through. Even with the COVID was no excuse. I was going to finish that bitch off and I did. Then what happened after that is I lost all that willpower. I just laid around for like 2 or 3 weeks. I was having trouble making videos, making content. I even had to miss time in the office because I just felt like dog shit and I wasn't being consistent. And I've had a lot of trouble over the past with my own health and my own wellness. I've shared this on past podcasts. You know, I just ran it into the ground. I had a business that was just crushing it. I was on pace to do like $750,000 in a year, but I didn't take care of myself. I ate like shit. I didn't sleep right. I was miserable. I got to the point where I was like suicidal and having a lot of problems and just wasn't making my health a priority. It was always the last thing I needed to do. So like, think about this. If you make a list and you got 10 things on it and number 11 is your health, you're not going to get to that. And I kept just burning it at both ends of the candle. And I really fucked myself up and I needed consistency and I needed routine. So here's what happened to me. You know, I just was seeing all these patients and all these clients and just really redlining it all the time and just not putting my health as my number one priority. And I went from, like I said, I was on pace to do like $750,000 back in 2018. Then I just let everything get fucked up. My neck blew up. My low back blew up. I was out of it. So I went from making like 60,000 to 65,000 per month to zero. Yeah, I lost it all because I didn't take my health serious. And after that, I went into like a 5 or 6 month spiral where I was just feeling shitty all the time. I was depressed. I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do and I wasn't working. I wasn't at my top level and I really let my health go. So I learned then the importance of getting your health back because once you start to lose health, you don't get it back like it used to be. And it's never the same. And sooner or later, your health is going to be your number one priority. So I'm making this podcast just to help you because what I found was, hey, after I did 75 hard, I was the best I've ever felt. I felt, well, up to day 68, I felt like a fucking machine. I was crushing it. My business was doing great. I was making content. My relationships were good. My mental toughness was at an all-time high. I was just doing the shit that was important because it doesn't seem like a lot, but 2 45-minute workouts per day, drinking a gallon of water, not drinking alcohol, not eating shitty foods, reading a book really puts you in a different level. And I highly recommend doing the 75 hard challenge. But what happened was once I got through with it, I just let COVID take over. I let my situation get the best of me and I let it linger for too long. I made excuses. I always say excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And then I found myself getting into those bad patterns. I was eating like shit. I wasn't reading. I wasn't getting my exercise in. There were some days where I would only walk 10 or 15 minutes. Then I started to feel like shit. Then you know what happened? My fucking neck blew up. My low back blew up and it started feeling like fucking shit. I didn't want to be in the office. I felt like crap. My treatments weren't good. I was miserable. And then I just go down these paths and then I get destructive. And when I get in those destructive paths, I eat shitty food. I put shit in my brain that doesn't serve me. I watch a lot of news, which is fucking crazy anyway. And I don't take my health seriously. So this is what I'm seeing, especially in the body worker, soft tissue space, is that we're not taking our health seriously. We aren't getting the treatment that we need from other people. Find somebody in your area that you can trade off with and make it a priority every week. Take care of yourself. Make yourself your number one priority and be selfish with your health. You know, so many people wear this as like a badge of honor, like, oh, I saw all these people, but I'm fucking exhausted. Like, what's going to happen if you fuck yourself up and you can't do the things that you need to do and you can't show up for the clients that need you? Be selfish with yourself and your health and your wellness, because once you lose that shit, it doesn't come back, or getting it back is going to be a fucking struggle. And that's what happened for me. I've been on the struggle bus for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And finally this week, I just finally got my shit back together. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get the 2 45-minute workouts in. I'm going to get back to reading. I'm not going to eat like shit. I'm going to read some books. I'm going to get back to making content and being consistent. You know what? It was really, really hard. I went from this huge high of being on 75 hard, feeling like I really got it and I'm a whole different person. And then you know what? Life says fuck you and the universe says fuck you and throws some shit at you. And you know what? I almost let it get the best of me, but I decided I wasn't going to do that. So that's why I wanted to make this podcast today, to help you understand you have to prioritize your own health. It has to be your number one priority because there's so many people that depend on you. And what I see is that so many practitioners aren't taking their health seriously, or they say they don't have enough time to go to the gym, to eat right, to exercise, to get treatment. You know what? Your body doesn't fucking care. And if you continue to redline it and you continue to ignore your health, it's going to creep up. It's going to grab you and you're going to lose everything that you have. And you're going to be like, woe is me and what happened. So be selfish with your health. Make it your number one priority and quit making fucking excuses of why you don't have time. When you say that, I'm just like, you're full of shit. It has to be your priority because eventually you'll have to deal with it. And if you are struggling with time, with mental weakness, I don't know, or just getting your shit in order, do 75 hard. It's the best fucking thing I've ever done in my life. And I'm back at it and I'm getting on to the next phase of 75 hard here in a couple weeks. And it'll put you on a whole different level from everyone else out there. And it'll help you realize what's important. It'll create more time, more accountability, and more discipline. Because at the end of the day, discipline equals freedom. So that's all I got for you guys. Take your health seriously. Be the best version of yourself. And make your health the number one thing. Go grab the free training. Follow me on the socials. Send me a message. We're getting ready to finalize the 2022. Holy shit. Sorry. 2022 schedule for next year. We already sold out our seminar in Phoenix coming up here in a few weeks. And still figuring out what we're going to do for next year, but don't want you to miss out. I am now fully certified as a CEU provider for, what is it, NTMB? I never can say it, all those letters. So we have full certification for that. We'll give you more information about what's going on with that going forward. Appreciate you guys. And if you're struggling, reach out. Always here to help. Check out 75 Hard. It will change you more than you can ever imagine and put you on a different level from everyone else out there. Keep being awesome. See ya. Thanks so much for listening. If you want help on the path to being able to double your income, all while working 50% less and being taken seriously as a healthcare provider, I have some great resources for you. Number one, get access to our free training modules and introduction to my system, the Peak Method. Number two, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Soft Tissue Revolution. Links to all of this can be found in the show notes. Lastly, if you like the show, please leave us a 5-star review and share it with others that you know it could help.